Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Marvel Crisis Protocol Battle Report. And today I am once again joined by Reed, who's bringing spider foes out. And for the purposes of this report, because as you can see, it's not a very spider foes centered team here. I think they're being led by Loki more so than Green Goblin, and he is here to steal some Infinity Stones. We've got the tesseract with Red Skull there, and Red Skull is teamed up with Corvus on my side. So there's a couple stones floating around here, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into the list here. So for my squad over here, I am bringing Red Skull, Hood, Bob, famous agent of Hydra, Corvus, also famous agent of Hydra, and Omega Red. For tactic cards, I went and knocked them while I was filming the first part there. But I have Hood's Gang, Patch Up, Dark Rain, because I'm definitely reading these in order, Victory Assured, and Cosmic Invigoration. Reed, your squad over here, what are you bringing?
So I'm bringing Rhino, Winter Soldier, Green Goblin, Loki with Mind Stone, and Toad. And for my cards, I'm bringing Brace for Impact, Fallback, This is a Robbery, Advanced R&D, and Sinister Traps.
Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get deployed. Today we are fighting over the Montesi books and Riot Spark. Yeah, Riot Spark over Extremis. And yeah, we're going to deploy and we'll get right into it. Alrighty, and we are deployed. So coming over on the left side, I have Red Skull off on his own, going up against Mr. Goblin over there. We've also decided that you're putting the Sinister Trap right here, so yeah, we'll see if Red Skull decides to trigger that or not, and what may come of that. Over on this side of the board, we have Loki, Bucky, and Toad all kind of coming towards the middle. Loki veering off a little bit over to the left there. For myself, I'm facing them off with a similar size force here. I have Omega Red, Bob, and Corvus Glaive. And then on the right side, we have Mr. Parker Robbins facing off against the Rhino. So, well, Reed, you won the role to go first. What are we starting with?
Toad.
Alrighty, Toad's running on up.
Yep, and he'll just get just within 2 here.
Yep, just as close as he can reasonably safely do.
Right like that.
Yep.
Yep. Then we're going to spend 1 power, pick up that book, and that's Toad.
That makes sense. Alrighty, in that case, Red Skull is going to go next, and he's going to start out by powering himself up and seeing if he takes a bunch of damage for it. And this is the point where I'm going to realize I should probably have my dice out.
All 5 skulls.
Yeah, that would be not super great. 1 skull, so I'll take 1 damage. This is okay. Then Red Skull's going to go ahead and he's going to pay 3 power to teleport up Mr. Red here. So Omega Red ain't going super far. He's just going to kind of come in be a little bit towards Mr. Toad up there. And the last thing Red Skull's going to do, because that only costs him 3, he's got 1 remaining. Well, I didn't want the Sinister Trap trigger anyways. I think I'm just going to actually have Red Skull start walking over kind of towards the middle here. Don't want to move him too far, but I'm just going to move him kind of in the general direction of everything else. I want to be able to go for the point, but for now, I will leave it trapped. And yeah, we'll move over. Actually, I have a range 4 attack. I doubt I'm in. Yeah, no, not quite. Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
All right, Loki's moving on up.
Move up here. Probably gonna have to move again for what I want, because we're just gonna go
nice and close to Red Skull.
Nice and close to Red Skull, right here.
You're just off of me right now with the 3, so you
yeah,
be a little closer.
Tiny bit closer. Oop, like that. That's the goal. And we're gonna spend 2 for the Mind Stone. We're gonna advance man over here small.
Oh, moving Red Skull around.
Yeah. Pretty sure we can't get you within 2 of that, but double check anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Double check anyway.
Worth trying.
Worth trying, because it'd be funny.
Oh yeah, it looks like you can do it.
Yeah. I think that might be just out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That is just out.
But alrighty. Well, Red Skull is hanging out. He's doing all right.
Nope, that's him.
Cool. It's going to be it for Mr. Loki. I'm kind of tempted to just go all in on him with the Omega Red here, because you're just out of 3, but it's really tempting. All right, and Bob is going to be up next, because I realized Loki has kind of walked towards me a little bit. So Bob's just going to start out with a move action. He's going to go ahead and hang out on this side of my book here and make sure I'm not bumping all the tokens around. He's just going to hang it over here beside Omega Red. And if I'm not terrible at this game, yeah, we're definitely in for on Loki. So we're going to spend 1 to pick up the book first and foremost, because we might as well. And then we're also going to spend our loaded token and throw 9 dice Loki's way right out of the gate here.
Cool.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do it. And your box, your dice box is way out there, good sir.
Block nothing.
I'm getting 5 here.
That will daze Loki.
Oh, right, yeah, he has not that great amount of health.
Nope.
Also, before damage is dealt, he is thrown away, and then he's going to explode and deal damage to people beside him. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him too close to anyone here.
Does it KO him?
Angle. Sorry?
Does it KO him?
Oh, Bob?
Yeah, I think it might.
Oh, it's this character's throne? Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of forgot about that part, honestly.
Yep.
I shouldn't have picked up the book. That was kind of stupid.
And I think I resolve the throw?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Is it
So,
away?
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. Do it like that. Yeah.
No, that was kind of stupid on my part. I shouldn't have picked up the book. That didn't make any sense.
Boom there.
And then because he doesn't have a day's token already, he suffers 3 damage and will immediately drop the book. So go ahead and place down that that book there, just as far back as you can. Yeah. Yep, that was stupid on my part. I didn't think about it, but that's okay. I think hitting your 5 threat this early is probably worth it. We'll see, because Loki kind of doesn't mind being flipped.
Yeah, I'm like, I might actually want this.
But we'll see. It
Yeah.
depends how early I can take him out next round as well.
Yep.
Anyways, you are up.
Okay. I think we'll go with the Goblin.
Is Green Goblin time?
And we're just going to go up here.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we're in range 4 of the skull, but we'll double check.
Oh yeah, that looks like it's probably good to me.
Oh, plenty. Yep. And we're going to throw, is he weaker on physical energy?
Red Skull is 4/3/3, so definitely energy is your side to go here.
Yeah, we'll throw pumpkin bombs at him.
Yep, I'm throwing 3 dice. Oh, I will also say, for what it's worth, Bob would have got a power because he did damage. Red Skull's leadership matters.
Yep. Getting 2.
2. I'm blocking 2.
Reroll, roll your
yeah,
crits
let me
on
have my
it,
crits first then. Blocking 3.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, but cool.
Yep.
That's Goblin.
I guess you have a leadership too.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, and Omega Red's going to be the next activation on my side of the board here. He's going to move up, barely get within 3 of Toad here. I don't want to get any closer than I have to, so we're just going to come stand about here. And we're going to make a 5 dice physical attack at Toad. Nothing. I'm getting 1, which is all I wanted. I deal 1 damage.
Yep.
So I'll gain 2 power for that because, yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pay 2 power to ensnare the Toad. So I'm going to pull him medium towards me.
Yep.
And just line him up for my good pal Corvus Glaive. Historically, they work together all the time in the comics, as you're well aware. Yeah, that's going to be it for Omega Red. Oh, also at the end of my activation, I believe you become poisoned.
Cool.
Yep. So Toad is poisoned. Sad Toad noises.
So I think I'll go with Bucky.
And Bucky's up. Where's he going?
He's kind of going over here.
Grab up a
just
book.
And just within 1 here.
Yep.
Because why not? And we're gonna see if they're in 5 of Red Skull, but I'm pretty sure
you
that
might be, but it's a bit of a long shot.
Yeah,
I think you're just out.
Yep. So
And my camera angle was terrible there, but
spend 1 to read a book.
yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, yeah, why not?
Oh yeah,
we'll
take
shoot
a shot
him.
at Mr. Red.
Yeah, we'll shoot Omega Red because we're in range.
Alrighty.
So 4 dice physical. With
I
rapid
believe
fire.
Red is throwing 3.
2 with rapid fire trigger.
1. So I take 1.
I'll gain 1, and rapid fire.
Yep.
1.
1. And keeping my dice tray in the thing, I'm blocking 2, so nothing on the second one there.
Cool. That's Bucky.
Alrighty. Well, I think it's got to be Mr. Glaive next. So, Glaive has a couple objectives he needs to do here. He wants to stand on the point, and he wants to beat Toad as hard as he can. So, we're going to move within 1 of the point on the far end. Just about here. That looks like it's definitely within 2 of Toad, who only has 1 power on him, because thankfully Red Skull didn't give him enough for his Slippery or whatever it's called.
Yep.
So we're just gonna wail on Toad. We've got a 5-dice strike here coming at you. Yeah. Oh boy, Toad's rolling good. 2. I am getting 3, however, with a critical. 4. So I'm gonna do 2 damage, I believe.
Yep.
No pierce trigger.
And after that, I will slippery away.
Sure.
So
right, yeah, because it's not out before the
yeah,
attack.
it's not like Quicksilver's.
Yep.
Slippery is a medium. Wow, okay.
Yep.
I always forget that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do get 1 extra power for that because Corvus. Then the only other thing I'm going to do is check if Omega Red is within 2 of that point, so Corvus is going to spend 1 on the point to heal Omega Red.
Cool.
You're up next with Mr. Rhino.
Yeah, what does he want to do?
And Rhino's just walking up to the point for now.
Yep, we're just going to actually grab some cover. That's a size 4.
That's fair.
And maybe even block. I don't know. Good enough. That's Rhino.
Hood's going to go up next, and I'm accepting that I'm going to go down a little on points here because of my screw up with the book and between Sinister Traps and all this. But I think I'm just going to kind of roll with it. I think I'm barely going to be able to snag line of sight on you. I'll focus just a little bit to make sure.
Yep.
And we're just going to go ahead and have Hood run on over here with his first activation. And then he's going to throw 4 dice Mystic at you.
Cool.
Because I know that's your favorite thing.
Yeah. It is a favorite thing. You'll block 3 after cover.
Yeah, I do get 4 with a crit. Not that it makes a difference. So I deal 1 damage after your reduction, and I do get my rapid fire trigger, and I do gain 2 power because
I'll gain 1.
Red Skull's leadership. So rapid fire.
Yep.
You only have 2 dice, good sir.
Oh, right, my bad.
Jesus.
Even
okay.
Better. Okay.
I am getting 4 again though, so I'll take it. 2 more power for Mr. Hood, and another damage on Rhino.
Yep.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to not seen so many blocks on that main dice, but to be fair, I was rolling really hot as well, so I can't complain too much. So that is going to do it for the round. Going into the end of this round, I have a point. You are grabbing, I believe, 2 books and 2 points.
So I'm at 4.
So 4-1 in the favor of the Spider Foes led by Loki. But I was able to take a 5-start down very, very quickly, so we'll see. The attrition's definitely on my side, even if the rest of the game might not be.
Maybe there. Okay, so we're going with Loki first.
Loki's up first. What's he up to?
So we're going to spend 2 power for the Mind Stone.
Yep.
And Red Skull's going to finally walk into this.
That's fair. Actually trigger the Sinister Traps.
Yep.
Yeah, so what is this? It's like 5 dice or something?
Good question. Let me read. Sorry, new to this. Roll 5 dice. The moving character suffers 1 damage, so I guess I roll it. For each crit, wild, or hit result in the roll, the character suffered damage. And if the character suffered damage, it is pushed small.
Yep.
So yeah, for each crit, hit, wild, you take a damage.
Okay, you can blank out on this.
I could.
That's not a blank out so far.
I'll roll that in the box, but 3.
I'll take 3 damage.
Wow, okay.
Not a great thing for Red Skull, but that's all right.
Then since you... I'll remove that trap.
Yep.
Then since you took damage, I may advance you small.
Yep.
This is fun. Here's your token. And
Red Skull's coming over to say hi to Loki and the rest of your crew. You got him in quite deep there, yeah.
Yep. Cool. How low is he?
Red Skull?
Yeah.
He is on 2 health.
2 health? We're going to spend 2 power for I Am a God, and we're going to do 5 dice physical into him.
You're going to count blanks, so I'm going to throw 4 dice back at you. 2?
5.
Right, you count blanks. Yeah. Well, you definitely got him. You deal 2 damage.
Cool. I'll get the 2 power back.
And Mr. Red Skull dazes.
That's some good violence from Loki.
That is.
No, we'll just spend 4 for Mesmerize. No blanks on this. So 6 dice Mystic into Omega Red.
Yeah. We got 6 dice coming at me. Omega Red's rolling 4 on this. Sure. I'll take it.
I can get the double wild. That'd be fun.
No, just 2. I'm blocking all of it.
Yep, cool.
Good job, Omega Red.
Worth a shot. Oh, sorry. That only costs 3 power. I should have.
Oh, nice.
I should have done the blanks, but that's fine.
Cool.
We'll just save the power, I guess. That's it for Loki. I'm fine with doing that.
All right, well, Omega Red is up next for me, and he's going to try and get some vengeance here. He's going to go ahead and pay 2 power.
It will be 3.
Right, because of Loki. Yep. So he's going to pay 3 power to pull Loki in, and I'm just going to bring him right base to base here. Makes it a lot harder for him to walk away because he only walks small on his thing.
Correct.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and throw. We'll start with a 5 dice physical at him.
We will spend 2 to Trickster. Probably not ending outside of this,
Nope.
but that is fine.
Just get some extra distance.
We just want to get some range here.
Yep. And then I'm still going to throw 5 dice physical at you.
Yep.
Oh, just 1.
I blocked it.
Yeah, not what he wanted to see. Okay. Well, that's a little unfortunate. We're just going to try it again.
Yep, that's fine.
5 dice physical. Getting 4 this time.
Blocking 1, so I'll take 3.
Alrighty. I will gain 4 power because that's how this works.
And then I'm going to spend 2.
Yep.
Sorry, once I saw the damage. Fall back.
Yep, that makes sense.
This has to be away, right?
Yes.
Away from the attacking. I mean, that's actually kind of where I wanted to go. Sorry.
No worries. We're just running Loki over towards your point.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly where Loki wants to go.
Yep, that checks out to me. Well then, Omega Red is out of actions, but he's not quite done yet. Alright, Omega Red for his second action is just going to pay 2 power to go ahead and pull Toad in. Toad can go hang out with everyone over here.
Toad doesn't want to.
But he is forced, he is stuck in now. And that is going to be it for Mr. Omega Red.
So since he did that, I think you're forcing Toad.
What?
We're going to Tongue Lash Corvus because we always get the wild.
Yeah, that would be rude.
3 with
You
the
did
wild.
get the wild.
Wow.
Corvus is blocking nothing and taking 2 damage for that too.
This is why Toad is the best character in the game. So we get the he's size 2, correct?
Yep.
And we're just gonna push him.
Shove him right back into the car.
That car right
Yep.
there. And then as our second action, we'll do the brave thing.
Toad run away.
And Toad spend 2 to hop.
That makes sense. Get him as far away as you can.
Yep. And then with his last power, spend 1 to heal himself 1.
That makes sense.
Because yeah, there's a console.
So that leaves him on 3 remaining.
3 remaining.
Alrighty.
And that will be Toad.
Alright, and Hood is going to be up next, and we're just going to basically keep tapping Rhino before he starts tapping us, because that's going to be really rude when he does. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spend 3 power to go ahead and do Dark Lightning. So this is 6 dice Mystic again, and the fun one about this is that it's going to make you shocked. So we're getting a pretty solid roll here. You're once again blocking 3. So you're only taking 1 damage, but you are shocked, and I will gain a power for that.
Noticing a pattern with these rolls.
Yeah, this is kind of absurd. But you know what? Shocking Rhino is a good start here. So then the next thing we're going to do with Hood is I think we're just going to try and double tap you with the pistols. There's technically a world where this takes him out. I just need a little bit of luck to go through. And you are blocking nothing this time into 3, potentially 4. 4. So you're taking 2.
1, yeah.
Yeah, taking 2 after the reduction.
Taking 2 after reduction.
I'm gaining 2, and I did get my rapid fire.
4, yeah.
So we just need that exact thing to happen again.
Eventually I will just figure out his power, but for now I'm just playing singles.
Fair enough. Alright, so trying 4 dice Mystic 1 more time, and definitely not getting it this time. I still gain 1 power for making the attack, but definitely not taking him down.
Let me just... Yeah, I think it will be, this is Renaubrey time.
I mean, it can't be robbery turn, because I don't have an objective there.
No, but that's his name. Spend 1 on the Extremis console.
Yep. Heal himself up just a little bit, so he's a little less close to death.
What is it? Medium. We do it before transforming you. Is that in?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna start off by spending 3 power.
Throw the big old truck at him.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't have brace or anything like that, so I am just throwing 2 dice here. Oh, I can do this on a dodge roll, actually.
Oh, cool.
Heck yeah. I'll pay 2. I get 3 dice, and I count blanks.
Nice.
Yeah, that's actually quite good. Blocking 3, I'll just take 2.
Cool.
Good defense going around over here. Because I did take 2, I'm going to transform.
Yep.
And let me just see if transforming would actually put me on the point, because I don't know if it would. So, brings me to... I don't think it quite does.
No.
On the other hand, I'm at the edge of 3. So if I transform backwards, I am just not in Rhino's punching range, although you have the power to stampede.
I do.
You'd be walking off of your own point. I'm actually, you know what? All right, we're gonna do the aggressive transform. We're gonna go towards him, um, and yeah, go ahead.
Cool. We're gonna spend 3 for Stampede.
Yep,
Um,
just gonna basically shove into him.
yeah. And we'll do 6 dice physical because after the thing.
Yep, I am still only rolling 2, but I'm reducing by 2.
2.
I take 1.
Yep. We'll gain 1, and then we'll do it again.
Yep, this time it's only 4 dice.
Yeah. 1.
Oh, I don't block it, so I still take 1.
I'll gain 1, and then I'll actually choose to place here. Well, I mean, technically I placed before, but
Yep.
it was a legal position anyways. We're just going to place exactly like here, farther away from people.
That makes sense.
And that's Rhino.
Yep. All right, well, my next activation is going to be pretty simple. Bob is going to activate. He's going to walk backwards. He's going to spend 1 to just go ahead and pick up this book here. I'm also realizing I should probably put him on his flip side. And then he is going to just simply walk back, actually onto the point, which should be possible there. Oh, yeah. So we're just going to walk over here beside Corvus, and nice, and on our Extremis console. Technically, I guess I could heal up Corvus power here. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. We'll spend 1 power to heal Corvus by 1, so he's just a little bit better for his next turn. All right, Goblin's moving on in.
Into range 4 here.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm going to knock everyone while doing that. Then we're going to spend 2 for hit and run.
Yep, hit and run on Omega Red.
We'll choose, I don't think it matters, but...
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Because
I
the
got 3 either way.
Mystic is high one. Yep.
Okay, that's a pretty violent roll. 4.
4.
I am blocking 2 with a reduction.
I will force you to re-roll the wild, I guess.
Right. So I'm blocking 1 so far. That was a shield, so I'm getting 2 damage after the reduction.
Yep, and I got a wild, so you will gain... What are you immune to?
He's immune to poison and only poison.
We will give you Incinerate.
Fair enough.
And we'll gain 2 for that. And then we're going to hit and run. Well, we did hit and run. So.
Yep, you're going to do the movement.
Yep.
You just go stand on your own point.
Yeah, I don't know if I can land on that car.
No, you won't be able to put the base on top of the car. You can stand beside it, though.
Okay.
Yep, we're just going to land him beside Loki and the car there.
Yep, and then we're going to spend 1 of our power. Heal
Yep.
Loki for 1.
That makes sense.
Because healthy Loki's a good Loki.
Yeah.
And that will be Goblin.
Alrighty, so Corvus is up. Before he does leave the safety of the Extremis console, though, he is going to go ahead and drop 1 point, or 1 power to... I don't know if I want to heal him or Omega Red right now.
I did 2 damage to him.
You've done 2 to Red and 1 to Corvus, yeah.
Oh, I thought you already healed him with Bob.
Yeah, I healed Corvus once. Yeah,
Oh.
So yeah, he was sitting on 2 before this.
Oh, okay. I forgot I did that.
Yeah, no, Toad hit hard.
Oh, it was... Yeah. I forgot it was Toad.
I'm going to go ahead and heal Omega Red because he's on fire, so I think he's a little bit more dangerous right now.
That's fair.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and have Corvus advance up to here. He's unfortunately not getting within range 3 of anyone to do his actually good attacks, but he does get a line to Bucky over here with his Atom Splitter, so it's just 4 dice energy, but counting a skull as a crit could mean something good. And you're getting 2. It's solid. I'm getting 4 with a crit. 5. So I'll do 3 damage.
Yeah, you should be outside of 4. Yep, okay.
Yeah.
3 damage, sure.
So I'm going to go ahead and gain 2 power for that because it was just a gainer. But yeah, that's actually better than I expected Corvus to do with that. Bucky's going to go ahead and spend to heal himself or Toad.
Himself?
Cool.
They both have.
They both have 5 remaining with a reduction.
We gotta take out Corvus first, so we're aiming for Corvus.
All right, Bucky's going to unload into Corvus.
Yep. Rapid fire.
I'm blocking it.
Yep. Rapid fire. Nope.
Nothing. And then your next actual shot.
Yep.
2. I'm blocking 1, but it's a crit because Reality Stone is great. I take 1 damage.
Yep. You'll get bleed as well.
Sure.
And then rapid fire.
Yep. 2. Solid attacks on Bucky's part. I'm blocking 2.
I'd roll in that crit.
Oh, sure, because you're Spider Foes, yeah.
I re-roll the crit, I guess.
Oh,
or it doesn't matter.
I block
okay,
it.
Cool.
Woohoo.
And then he's going to spend 2 to Hydra Tactics off Toad.
That's fair.
Because he wants to back up a little.
Yeah, he's going to hang out back there a little bit.
Gonna hang out back here.
That makes sense.
Like so.
Alrighty.
And that is Bucky.
And that's also going to be the round. So once again, I am getting a whopping 1 point. You are also scoring 5 this round. 2 books still, and all 3 points.
Yep.
So yeah, big point swing over your way. All right, so the Spider Foes are having a pretty huge lead here, but they're looking quite injured, and I finally have priority. So we'll see if I can say anything about that in this next round here. Alrighty, and Red Skull is going to be the first activation of the round for me. And the first thing he's going to do is he's just going to spend, yeah, we're gonna attempt to spend 4 power for Unleash the Cube onto Loki.
Cool.
So this is going to be.
Oh, sorry, onto Loki.
Yep.
What range is this?
4.
4.
So I don't actually know if you can get out of this.
I probably can't, but there might be still stuff I want to do. We're gonna spend. That's a size 2 car, right? Beside him. We'll spend 4 power overall.
Yep.
So we're at 6, so that brings us down to 2. So we're gonna do I am a god and trickster.
Yep.
And we're going to end on top of this car.
Cool, cool. Just go chill over there.
Get some cover.
Yep.
And we'll be counting bikes.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw 7 dice your way.
This is energy?
Yes.
Cool.
Getting
You can't
3.
explode crits.
That means I don't do damage.
Yep.
Well, that's a little problematic for Skull here. I was hoping to do at least 1 there. All right. Well, that threw a bit of a wrench in my plans. I was hoping for 1 damage, but I think what I'm trying to do now might actually be better. I'm going to go ahead and play Victory Assured. And I'm going to put... Honestly, I might just do 5 damage into this. I feel like I'm almost asking to go down if I put 5 into it. Let's put... Yeah, screw it. We'll put 5 into it.
Oh, wow.
So 5 damage for an 11 dice beam. And we're going to be putting this into Loki and Goblin. And no, I'm not going to do quite 5. I'm going to do 3. It'll be a 9 dice beam. Just because I'm realizing Bucky's got your back could kill me halfway through this. So, or that's not how this works, but it might be. We'll have to look at it if it comes up. But we'll start with the 9 dice at Goblin.
Do we have line of sight to each other, by the way? Like, what sizes are these?
Oh, that's size 2, so you definitely have line of sight.
Just want to double check that.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll start into Goblin. 9 dice energy.
Yes, 3. Okay.
And it could have been a lot better. 4.
We'll take 4.
I will gain a power for this. All right. Could have been worse. Also, if I daze or KO, I get stunned. Okay, cool. I don't care about that right now.
Yep.
We're going to throw the same attack Loki's way.
Come on, Loki.
So this is going to be 9 dice.
2 after cover.
I'm getting a lot.
You can't explode the crits.
Oh, then actually take 1 less on Goblin.
Oh, sure.
But you're getting 2. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
that will still kill him.
Sweet. Loki's out of the game.
You do 3 damage if that matters.
Yep.
And I will got your back here.
Yes, that does make sense.
3. And Bucky will shoot.
I will gain a power for having dealt damage, and yeah, Bucky will go ahead and blast me. Ooh. Oh, violence on Bucky's part.
4.
You might just take Red Skull out of the game here. That's unfortunate. Crit, which I can explode now, into another crit. So I take 2.
How much would it take to kill you?
That leaves me on 1.
We'll use my leadership to reroll one of those crits.
Fair. Nope.
Cool.
So that just takes Red Skull out of the game, which is unfortunate, but taking Loki out, I think, is worth it. Yeah, and you did 3 damage there for what it's worth.
Oh. Yep, sorry, 3 damage. Cool.
So Red Skull is out of the game, which unfortunately means so is my leadership, but I think taking Loki off the board might be worth it. We'll find out.
The question is, who do I want to go with now? We're going to spend 2 on Bucky.
Yep.
Hydra tactics.
Yep.
And we're just going to make sure we're just within 5 off this, as much as we can be, which is absolutely okay. Okay. And then we're going to, I guess, spend 1 to heal, just in case. I don't know what will happen, but...
Yep.
And then we're going to shoot him with an assault rifle into Corvus.
Yeah, I've got 3 dice with skulls. 2 so far. I'm blocking 2.
Reroll 1.
Using the leadership.
Why not?
And I'm good.
Cool. And then rapid fire.
Yep. 1, 2.
2.
I'm blocking 2.
Wow.
3.
And
Corvus.
Try it again.
Try it again.
No.
Nothing?
Jeez.
And no rapid fire.
That
I'll
was a
take it.
sad Bucky activation.
Yeah. Alright, well, since I'm pretty confident Toad isn't going to deal 4 points of damage to Corvus through a damage reduction, I think I'm going to have Hood try and finish off Rhino over here.
Yep.
So, Hood's first of all going to pay 2 for a charge, because I'd like to get back onto the point. Or do I just start with Empowered Dark Lightning, because I get the transform, and that'll put me on it as well. Yeah, screw it. We're going to start with an Empowered Dark Lightning. This is costing me 4, and it's going to be 8 dice Mystic your way.
Cool.
So, 8 dice Mystic at Mr. Rhino. And that's 4 so far with a crit. 4.
So I'll take 3 and that downs him.
Sweet. So I don't gain anything for this because I don't have a leadership anymore, but I do transform back. So I'm going to transform onto the point just barely. And then I'm going to pay 1 to heal myself for 1, first of all, because that's dangerously low. And I guess I'll just move myself a little, so if you try to do any Toad shenanigans, he's a little bit harder to push. Backstop myself on Rhino there. And otherwise, you are up with just Toad or Goblin. Kind of forgot Goblin had an activation still.
Goblin exists. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna pass. There's no good activations for me here.
Alrighty, well in that case, I think it's about time Corvus did his thing. So Corvus is going to start out by moving, because he's unfortunately out of range of everyone. And we are going to be going for Mr. Barnes first. So we're just going to move right up there to where we're in range.
Mr. Bucky Barnes.
And from there, I guess I could have moved a little further. There's actually no reason to not have moved. But the movement on the attack is free, so I don't really care.
You can move on to the spot anyway.
Exactly. So we're going to pay 3 power for the Glaive's Edge, so we're going to be counting blanks as successes.
Yep.
And then we're going to pay 4 power for a Death Blow. This is going to be a relatively hard hit in here. 7 dice coming at Bucky. We got pretty decent odds here.
See what Bucky does.
Yep.
1.
One.
Okay.
Well, that's definitely going to get him. I'm going to explode my crits. And unfortunately, though, no flurry trigger.
So he will take 4, and he will drop his book.
Yep. I will get a move, so I'm just going to walk onto the point, I think.
Pick up the book,
Backstop myself on that thing if I can. And yeah, spend 1 power, grab up the book, because Corvus is still relatively safe. I'm also going to spend 1 more power to heal Corvus for 1. Just keep him nice and healthy over there. But then he's going to take a damage from the bleed. So that is going to be it for Corvus. He took out a Bucky.
Let's see what Toad does, because everyone knows he's my star character.
I mean, he did 2 damage to me last time.
Here comes the tongue lash.
Alrighty, I got 3 dice with a reduction.
There comes the Toad lash.
Boy, I am blocking with a crit, and that was a crit before, so that's going to be 1 damage.
1 damage anyways, yep. And, you know, he's not done giving Corvus a tongue lashing.
Trying it again.
Nope,
Out of the box.
2.
2. I'm blocking just a crit so far, just the crit, so I take 1 more.
And then he's going to spend 1 on the console to heal 1, because
that makes sense.
Toad's a champ. Cool. I did like that.
Alright, Omega Red is going to be up next, and I think it's, at this point, it's focused fire down on Toad. So we're not medium, I keep thinking I'm medium. We're going to move slow, just up to here. And this actually puts us in a bit of an interesting spot. First of all, I should have checked this before. Did I put myself in 4 of Goblin? No. Good. Alright, we're going to start by just going for a... Yeah, I think we'll just make an attack on... Oh, actually... Oh, he's on 3, isn't he?
He is on...
Because I can just auto do 2 damage to him.
He's on 4.
Oh, right, he's got more health than I expect.
Yep. He's 3 on the flip.
Time.
He's 3 on the flip.
Okay, well, in that case, we're definitely just going to start with the 5 dice attack here. I'm half tempted to play Dark Rain to get myself rerolls on it. No, we'll save that. Maybe I should have done that this turn before I did my Victory Assured. Might have been a smart idea, but is what it is. 5 dice. I'm getting 4.
Walking 2.
So you're going to take 2. I'm going to gain 2. And I'm going to heal myself for 1.
And I will have something here, maybe.
Oh, you could Slippery?
I could Slippery. Question is, do I want to Slippery? You have enough to pull?
Definitely.
Yeah. So we're going to Slippery.
Yep.
And we're going to see if we can get into, 3. Oh, no, it's only 2. That's why I was getting confused with Loki. I'll try that.
Stay over there.
Yeah, see if we can land.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that will work for you.
Yeah, like that.
Because, I mean, I can pull you directly to this side of it, but I can't pull you again, I don't think. So let's just measure out that angle there, actually. I think that definitely still leaves you on the point. Is there a world where it puts you within 2 of me, though? No, I don't think so. So won't be getting that here, unfortunately, which means Toad will be tying up that point. That's a little unfortunate for Mr. Red, but is what it is. Also, I don't know what happened to my Incinerate. I think I took it off the board at some point, but he is still on fire.
Cool.
That's going to be it for Mr. Red. I just have Bob, and you just have Mr. Goblin.
Mr. Goblin. We're gonna spend one on the console.
Yep.
Gonna remove one. Yep. Instead of taking out this turn, and I think you already measured this, but yep.
All right.
There's no
Goblin's
bother.
moving on up to be in range of Mr. Red, and then he's bumping himself right back.
Yeah, yeah. We just want to make sure within 4 and within 1 is the point.
Yep.
Because I don't think I really want to hit and run this. And we're just going to throw 5 dice energy.
Yep. Red's only throwing 2 because you've still got him on fire. And
in the box.
Oh, pretty violent so far. 3.
3.
Not bad. I'm getting a critical. Thank God I can finally explode. Won't make a difference.
Reroll that crit, please.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. You might as well. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 damage after my reduction.
Excellent.
So, sad times for Mr. Red.
Awesome. And that's all Goblin's doing.
Yep. So I'm going to have Bob go up next. What does Bob want to do? Does Bob want to come and try and take off Toad? All right, and Bob is going to go on a bit of a suicide run here. He's just trying to tie up one of these points. So I measured it out. It looks like it should be good, but we'll try it here. So Bob's going to move, and then he's just going to move again to go hang out with his good pal Goblin. And yeah, that definitely looks good to me.
Oh wait, he's not healthy though.
Oh, you're right.
You wanna sit back?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave him back over here then.
Yeah, I'm like
in that case, we'll just move him back as far as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, good catch there.
Yeah.
All right. So that is going to bring us to the score. So this time I'm actually getting more than 1 point. I know it's insane. Bob is grabbing me the back point, and Hood is grabbing me the side point over here. So that's getting me a total of 2 points from those plus 2 books, which are being held by Bob and Corvus up here. So that's bringing me up to a whopping 4 new points, up to 6. You, on the other hand, are scoring 1 point from Toad's book and 1 point from Goblin, so you are going up to 11. Still got a lot to come back on, but the attrition is at least going my way for now.
I still need the dice to go my way, but I think taking out Corvus should happen. Because we're going to activate Bucky first. And then we're going to do Bucky first. And we're going to start...
What a good angle for these guys is, because there's Cap's shield's in the way no matter what I do.
We're going to spend 4 for Red Fury.
Yep. I'm going to be throwing 3 dice with a bunch of things.
4, 5, 6, and 7 dice physical, and I will get a reroll because you're within 1.
Yep. That's not that good,
3.
actually. That's only 3. I'm blocking 2, one of which is a crit.
Have a reroll.
Oops, I'm blocking 3.
We'll have you reroll one of those, because why not?
Sure. I'm blocking 3.
Okay. Then we will get a rapid fire off that.
Yep.
Then assault rifle attack off that.
Yep.
That's better.
3.
3.
I'm blocking 1 so far, but it's a crit. I'm blocking just the 1, so I take 1 damage after reduction.
Get a power.
And that leaves me alive on 1.
Rapid fire.
So I just need some lucky dice here. That's 3 so far.
Reroll.
That's 4. Yeah, I probably don't survive this one. Oh, and I blank out. Yeah, you do the 1 damage you need. You take him down.
Cool. Then we'll spend 1 to pick up the book.
Yep.
Then there's our second action.
Yep.
We're going to shoot Omega Red.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Mega Red has 4 health remaining, but he's only throwing 2 dice with a reduction.
See if Bucky can spike.
1? No, not with the rolls like that. I'm good.
Yep.
Same turn, so you can't leadership again.
Yep. Rapid fire. 1. And you'll get bleed.
I don't block that one. I do take 1, and I do bleed. All right.
So now the question is, do we love Toad? Because the poison got removed at some point, but I was keeping track. I wasn't giving him power.
Right, that's fine.
Let me.
I'm standing on the poison is the problem.
Oh, I'll just reapply it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're gonna spend 1 to heal Toad because we love our little toad boy.
Yep, keep him relatively healthy.
Yep. And that is Bucky. Okay, that was good.
All right, so Hood is going to be up. He's going to do his very best here to take down Rhino. But before he does, I'm going to have... God, do I do Hood's Gang and Dark Reign here? Just to really, really enforce it?
I mean, Hood's Gang for the entire round, right?
Yeah, but it's... I mean, yeah, it's not bad here for the entire round. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We'll try it. So we're gonna pop Hood's Gang and Dark Reign. Dark Reign has to be paid for by a Cabal character, which is just going to be a Mega Red because he's got all the power in the world right now anyways. And this feels like a bit of a waste of a Hood's Gang, but we're gonna go with it for now. So we've got we're gonna start out with a 4-dice Mystic on Rhino, all the rerolls in the world. And I don't think I can reroll Skulls still, unfortunately.
Well, I blanked out, so you're free to...
Well, we're getting 1 so far, 2, 3.
Reduce down
matter.
to 2.
So I gain 1 for that.
We won't gain anything because we're max.
We do get the rapid fire though, so we're going to do it again.
Yep.
So 4-dice energy, or not energy, mystic.
Walk
1. I keep getting these skulls.
It's just going to be 1
reroll
damage.
that one again. Yeah, it would just be 1 damage either way.
Yep.
So I gain 1 more power. I'm then going to spend 4. I'm going to do the bigger attack this time. Or sorry, 3. It is... Oh shoot! Did I have the power to do that twice from the start? I did. Whoops, my bad.
Okay.
I was thinking it was 4.
Sorry, I'm thinking I will want to aggressive off that first attack though.
Sure.
Like that.
This one is the Dark Lightning, so this is going to be... Well, you're no longer contesting a point, so...
Oh, yeah.
I will only get the full reroll, but this is going to be 6 dice Mystic coming at you. That's not bad. 2 crits in there, but there's also a Skull, so we can do better. That's 1 more, and then I get reroll on this guy. That's not 1 more, so that is going to be after your reduction 4 damage.
Yep, that'll take him out.
Oh, huge. Okay, good job, Red Skull. Then the last thing he's going to do, spend 1 power, heal himself up a little bit. And yeah, that's kind of a big deal.
Cool.
All right, you have Toad and Goblin left.
So we're going to go with Goblin.
Yep.
We're going to start by spending 1 because it's not going to matter for what we need to do, so may as well heal. And we're going to spend 2 to hit and run.
Yep.
And then we're going to do 5 dice energy into Omega.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. So Mega Red's only throwing 2 dice here, but he does have a reduction. Oh boy, good stuff. Okay, not as good as it looked. Critical, giving me nothing.
So
taking 1 right now.
I'll force you to reroll that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And unfortunately not getting it, so I'm taking 2 off of this attack, leaving a Mega Red down on 1.
Then we're going to hit and run.
Yep.
And we're just going... Yeah, right here.
Yep, coming a little closer.
Then we're going to, just so we're in our spender range, spend 4, Knight of the Goblin.
Yep.
It's going to be 7 dice. I get to choose again energy, I suppose.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, I'm still only looking at 2. I probably don't survive this. Yeah, it's impossible. Unfortunately, Omega Red will take the remaining 1 health he had and go down.
Cool. That's all Goblin can do, though. But...
Yep. So it is down to just Mr. Bob over here. And Bob, unfortunately, not feeling like he's going to do all that much. Yeah, definitely not the best turn. I could have popped the cards, but taking Rhino off the table is kind of a bit of a moral victory in itself. Especially since the most you're scoring this turn is 3, so that feels all right. So I think Bob is actually just going to chill and let Toad go.
Spend 1 heal.
Yep. Toad's healing up. God dang, Toad, I can't finish him off all game. Yeah.
Do this flat.
So he's just trying to see if Toad can run on over this point, and I don't think it works, but it's close. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be out.
Yeah, it's just going to be out, but okay.
Yep, but he's running over there. That'll be relevant for next turn. And we're going to go to the end of the round, so you are scoring 2 books and 1 point. So that's giving you a total of 3, putting you up to 14. Yep. I am scoring 1 book and 1 point, so I'm only getting 2 points this round, and that's mostly from Bob, or 2 points, sorry. So I'm getting 3 this round, putting me up to 9. But I will have priority, and I can hopefully get a lot of work done here, because you still need at least 2 points, and, well, Corvus is kind of good at this sort of thing.
True.
All right, and Corvus is going to be my next activation, or my first activation, I guess, for this round. And he's going to start out by just paying 4 for a death blow. Had a lot of back and forth on whether or not I was going to Glaive's Edge this or not, but I've decided if he doesn't kill Bucky, I don't think it's the end of the world. I'll eat those words later. So I'm going to throw 7 dice at you. Yeah.
Oh,
He's in.
oh,
Oh, you're rolling pretty hot. 3. I'm getting, okay, not bad. 3 crits in there.
I have a reroll from Spetnaz, 'cause you're within 1.
Yep.
4.
4, jeez.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm looking at 4 so far, or 5 so far, sorry. 6, 7, so I'm going to do 3 damage to you.
Yep.
Importantly, I did not get the trigger in there, so that sucks. But we are going to leave him well alone. We're going to move over this way. And,
Not the toad.
yeah, we're going to do... And I'm kind of tempted to fish for the trigger and also hit Bucky again. Because Bucky is still within 3, or at least, no, he could have been. In that case, I'm tempted to hit Goblin first, but I don't think I'm going to risk it. I haven't been getting the trigger all game. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to pay 4. We're going to do another death blow onto Toad. And yeah, this is just going to be 7 dice coming at Toad. Nothing. I'm getting at least the 3. Still no trigger.
You leave him on 1.
Oh, right.
And then
Well, that's terrible.
Then we're going to spend 3 for Slippery.
Yeah.
Because, Toad.
That's absolutely terrible. Okay. So Toad is just running away over there. I am going to go contest him on that point.
Yeah.
Well then, Toad has just refused to die this game.
He's a hero of the people.
Not getting this trigger is killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for Corvus.
Cool. Goblin has the best chance of taking out Omega Red. I just don't think it's happening, so I'd rather get damage in him just in case. So I think it's Bucky, just in case.
Alright.
And he's gonna spend 1 to heal. That's the
Yep.
other part of this. So yeah, we'll just shoot with Bucky.
Bucky's shooting at Omega Red.
Yep.
All right, Omega Red's back up to 3 dice because he's flipped now. He's no longer on fire. Ooh, oh boy,
4.
Bucky is rolling hot today. Right now I'm taking 2 damage after reduction.
We'll have you reroll that.
Yep, that makes sense. Come on, there it is. All right, so I'm going to take 2 damage out of that. Could have been better, could have been worse.
Gain 2, and I'll rapid fire.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the same dice back. 2. I'm blocking 1, so I take 1 more.
We'll gain 1. And we're just going to do it again.
Yep.
1, but rapid fire.
Rapid fire. I'm blocking.
And let's see if this spikes.
Yeah. 3 with a crit.
Just 3.
3. I do block with a crit, and I just take 1.
And you will be bled, though.
Yes.
And that is it for Bucky.
All right, Mega Red is going to be up next, and he's got a lot he needs to do here. So the first thing he's going to do is, I think I'm already within 3 of Bucky here. I should be, because I think he's who I attacked last time I was up here.
He should be in range, yeah.
We might as well drop the spender on this. It doesn't actually make much of a difference. I'm going to make sure I don't have too much power here. I totally do. But
I'm not
that's
too
fine.
worried about it. He can do what he wants.
He has all the power he needs to do everything he wants to do here. So we're going to pay 2 power. We're going to pull Mr. Barnes. Or no, we're not going to pull Mr. Barnes. What am I doing? Saving my 2 power. Spending 4 power to do a red terror on him. So I can choose physical or energy. I don't think it makes a difference here, does
No,
it?
it's only Mystic that he cares about.
Alright, so I'm just going to throw 7 dice at Bucky and hope for the best. Getting pretty violent.
Wow, that was pretty good. I'm blocking 2.
2 crits, so far you're taking 3. Oh no, I need 1 of these. I got it.
Yeah, you got it. He'll drop the book, and he'll take 3.
Oh, I should have pulled him first. That was a mistake on my part. Because now I can't pick that up, can I? Interesting. Well, with that in mind then, I'm going to put it over this way where Mr. Hood hopefully can. And also just keep it away from Goblin.
Yep.
So then, Omega Red's got to... Oh, shoot, I can't hit... What's his name this turn? That was a miscalculation on my part. For whatever reason, I had an action in there that I don't actually have. So Toad isn't going down this turn, because there's nothing I can do about him. Goblin, however, in theory could be. I would need to get 6 damage through. Don't love those odds. Alternatively, I could medium move to somewhere about here. Try to pull Toad, see if the angle works. I don't think it does. Oh, that's also a medium tool. So I could pull him to about there.
You only move small, though.
You're right.
Yep.
I keep thinking Omega Red is a medium mover.
Yep.
Yeah, so Omega Red is probably not going to be able to do what he needs to do here because I'm not going to have a good angle on Toad from there.
Bucky. Right?
Just because of where Corvus landed, or I guess where Toad landed after surviving Corvus's attack. This is real unfortunate. So I think my best bet here is just to hope that I one-shot Goblin somehow with my spender.
Cool.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop 4 dice on a spender on Goblin.
You want to choose energy here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
So I've got 7 dice. I also didn't mention this with Bucky, and it totally mattered. But for each wild I roll, I pierce and I gain a power. So
yeah, okay.
So it could matter here. As there's a wild, so I'll pierce that.
You will,
I'm looking at
pierce
3 so far, just 3. So I'm only doing 3 damage, and I pierced 1, so I gain 1 power. Next thing I will do is I will spend 2 just to pull Goblin somewhere potentially relevant. But at this point, I don't know if there's anything I can do to stop you from taking game this turn.
Fair. Yeah, so I guess we'll just choose violence with Goblin. Just see if we can kill a bunch of people. Hello's red after bleed.
Right, he's on 1.
On 1?
Yep.
Spend 2 hit and run.
All right, so Goblin's starting out with a hit and run onto Omega Red here. We've realized that Toad is basically just winning the game by himself, which honestly is the moral of this game.
Toad.
So I got 3 dice and a reduction. Oh, all right.
He'll advance from the hit and run, though.
Yep.
Oh, you really wanted to kill Omega. That will kill Bob.
Fair enough.
I mean,
so he's going to come over for Bob.
Spend 4. Knight of the Goblin into him.
Yep, I'm throwing 2 dice at you.
This is going to be 7. I don't know if physical energy matters.
It does not.
Cool.
4. I am blocking 1, taking 3. That is enough 2 days, Bob. But how? Yeah, he's I believe he's just kind of chilling here. Yeah.
I guess he drops his book, but...
Oh, yeah, he does drop the book. So...
We can't pick this up.
Oh, you don't have power?
No.
All right, so you're just going to throw it down there.
It's like the start of the game.
All right, cool. We're going to continue to choose violence then, and we're just going to do it right back to you. Unfortunately, I'll measure it out, but I don't think there's any way he's getting over there with a shot, which is the important kind of part of that.
Dazed.
Oh, yeah, he is dazed. What am I doing?
Yep.
So in that case, I don't even think I can choose violence, because Hood is definitely too far away to be relevant over there.
Could get Goblin.
No, like, I don't even think he gets the Goblin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, because, well, if he doesn't get to Toad with 2 moves, right?
Oh, you might be right.
Because he wasn't able to get Bucky when Bucky was over here. I was originally
You are
going to
completely
save him.
right, yeah. Okay.
So, unfortunately, that is just it. I kind of wish he was on his possessed side right now, because on his possessed side he has a charge.
That would help a lot.
He would have been able to finish off Bucky, so Omega Red would have been able to move and actually hit Toad over here. Not that it would end up mattering, because Goblin was healthy, and as we saw, he was able to one-tap Omega Red, so wouldn't have made a difference at the end of the day, but that is going to wrap up this game then. I'm going to score a whopping 1 point in the final round. I guess it could be through that. I could walk over there. For what it's worth, Hood will heal himself again, because why not?
Yeah.
So I'm going to score a whopping 1, going up to 10. That's been most of my turns this game. I scored exactly 1 point. And meanwhile, you are going to score 3, actually, because you have Toad hanging out there, the unkillable monstrosity that is Toad, and Green Goblin over here,
Toad was
who
poisoned
took that
this entire game.
Toad's been poisoned this entire game, and he's been on 1 or 2 health most of this game as well.
Mainly Extremis.
The Extremis has kept him in this game. They did a lot for you this game. I mean, not killing him out the gate with Was it Omega Red didn't even punch him? Omega Red punched Loki, I think,
I
right?
think you attacked him. You attacked him once with Omega Red, did 1 damage.
Did Corvus not attack him? Right, because you backed him out. Who did Corvus punch?
Corvus did attack him.
Okay, so I did put
but
two.
it was a 4 dice energy attack, I believe.
Right, I only got the Atom Splitter on him, yes. So I did a 4 dice energy from Corvus, had a 5 dice physical from Omega Red. So yeah, like him surviving that is mostly fine. Him surviving everything after that.
I was mainly hoping you did 2 damage with Omega Red, so that way you could slippery away before you could webline
For
pull him.
sure.
But like, I mean, I would take what happened anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is going to do it for this battle report. Reed, your list, you were definitely trying some things out. I mean, so was I, and I'll talk to that.
Yeah.
But how'd that work out for you? I know you were saying off camera a little bit that you were really enjoying Loki, despite how much I bullied him in the middle of the board.
So I really like Loki, but what I was trying did not really show in this game. I should have. Because of the way the scenarios worked out in your team, I didn't really want to bring some of my pieces, which would have enabled that a bit more. I was trying to go for pull into like traps and stuff like that with like maybe Mysterio and stuff, but I didn't really feel like he'd be good here. And Loki allows them to do that with the Mind Gem. I also just like how annoying Loki seemed to be because he just kept on running away and turning off crits.
Loki was such a pain. I knew I had to take him out early because I knew he was going to shut down Corvus's reality gem in a big way. But I didn't expect him to be quite as annoying to get to as he was, and he still went down very, very quickly.
He did.
Realizing when Red Skull woke up that I can just kind of victory assured beam that, and then when you chose not to go the full distance on the walk away because you were just doing it for cover, and then I realized I was within 3 and you didn't have the power to do it again. I was able to just kind of be like, okay, well, I mean, I was gonna put this beam over at Toad and Bucky, but I'll take out Loki instead.
Yeah, and I actually didn't mind him there either because Bucky and Toad were scoring me points, so like I was kind of okay with that. He just seemed like a nice little distraction piece that if you don't take care of, he's just going to be super annoying and just.
Oh, for sure.
That's why I liked him. Also, just counting blanks on stuff is really nice. Corvus can speak to that.
And you definitely made a good play not putting any objectives on him, whether intentional or not. It made him a target that was not like it wasn't good for the overall end of the game to go for him, but I knew I needed to because I knew I was a very killy list. And I was thinking through this last turn here too, and I was like, you know, if everything goes off the way I need it to here, I'm going to take Bucky out of the game. I'm going to flip Toad and probably kill him next turn because Corvus will be able to fully go into him. And I'm going to hopefully flip Goblin as well, which means Toad on the flip side would be the only model on your team that could actually score points.
Goblin can still score one of them.
Oh, he can still get
Let me check. He cannot interact or hold.
Okay,
so he can still secure.
Secures. Yeah. But honestly, that would have been fine because I have enough mobile pieces between Corvus and Omega Red's poles and stuff like that I can keep up with him. So I can make sure he never actually gets anything. But yeah, no, I was definitely playing a very heavy attrition game here, and it almost paid off. It didn't quite near the end between Bucky surviving a few things that I didn't want him to, and then Toad just never dying. Toad was really your MVP here.
Yeah, it was a bit sad, right? Like, I was hoping to win the round before, but then Rhino got kind of a dummied real fast.
Hood was an MVP. I don't know what it is about Hood for me, but he just always performs. He is good. Fantastic. And, you know, hindsight 2020, maybe I should have held on to one of the 2 cards. At the end of the day, I don't think Hood's gang actually did much in the fight against Rhino. I don't know if it got me a single damage onto him, and it didn't matter the rest of the turn unless it did and I forgot, but I don't think it did because I think you took out Omega Red and Corvus had already. No, Corvus hadn't gone yet. What did Corvus do that turn?
I think Corvus got dazed that turn.
Okay. And then Omega Red got dazed after. No, Omega Red didn't get dazed that turn. Maybe Omega Red I either forgot about it, and there's probably comments yelling at me about that, or
I think Omega Red might have got dazed.
I don't think you dazed them in the same turn. You did.
I did, I think.
But one of them activated that turn, and it was my first go.
I don't think Omega Red got to go.
I
Could
think
be-
Corvus got to go.
No, I don't think either one.
I'd
you
have
sure
to.
about
I'd have
that?
to go back and watch it, but
Yeah, I don't know. Someone did get. I
um,
thought they both got days, but who
yeah,
knows?
I'm not 100% sure. Now that I think about it, I definitely flipped them up on the same turn, but I don't think you killed them in the same activation because I don't know which
No,
models
it
on
was
your
in the.
team are
I don't think it
capable
was
of
in the
that.
same activation, but I think Bucky took out Corvus, did some damage into Mega Red, and then you activated Hood first,
Yeah.
and then I think I went with Goblin and took out Red.
Okay, maybe you took out the
It
other
was
one
either Goblin or
before,
someone else. I
between
think
there.
took out Red.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. Yeah, I'll have to check that on rewatch. But yeah, I was definitely just trying out something because I've done Corvus in Red Skull Hydra before, just as a sleeper agent, and honestly, I like him better here. I think the mobility that Cabal Red Skull gives him, as well as just like the free extra power on all of his strikes, because that was the other thing. I didn't get any of my pierce triggers on those strikes. Corvus
Well, I think
was
you did. It just didn't matter when you did because I blocked like nothing.
no, because the only time he actually used a basic strike this game was against Toad. I'm pretty sure.
Right, because he got kind of.
Yeah,
Toad was truly the MVP on my side.
yeah. So I definitely made a few mistakes with Corvus, but I think one big thing that mattered a lot here was that he never got any of his triggers. Because
Yeah.
like, if he'd gotten his trigger on that first attack, to be honest, I probably would have put it into Goblin, not Toad. Because then I actually have a world where I take Goblin out with a Mega Red, which I think would have happened, and you probably still would have won the game because then but I would have had the power to count blanks against Toad is the big difference because I was one power away from being able to do that.
Yeah.
That the strike would have given me. So
The main thing is you left Bucky alive there, so you would have been eating got your backs.
I would be eating out your backs, but
Yeah.
Corvus was at full health with the Reality
Yeah.
Stone with a reduction. I'm not too worried about some pepper spray from Bucky. At the end of the day, I think actually Bucky was kind of bad into my list here just because I had so many reductions.
Oh, I actually like Bucky into those.
Interesting.
Because I like that he can get like 4 shots off a turn and not on his turn because he really can just.
I think for me it depends on the dice. Like I liked Hood into Rhino because you're only throwing 2 dice, so I have really good odds of still dealing damage.
But I still don't mind him in like Mega Red and stuff. Like he's only 3 physical, so.
That's
And,
fair.
He was incinerated most of the game.
He was incinerated for a lot of this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've said my piece. Obviously, the only other thing I want to call myself out on is forgetting how Bob works at the beginning and having this book has ended up back here. Forgetting how Bob works at the beginning of the game and forgetting that he dazes himself. I mean, it wasn't a huge deal at the end of the day. It would have been 1 extra victory point and maybe a pistol shot on someone would be the difference.
Yeah. Which I don't think that would have been the.
Yeah, like
deciding
I don't
factor.
think that was a huge factor in this game. Again, the pistol shot, if it went into Toad, I guess could have been, but
The issue is Toad was kind of back here the entire game.
yeah, Toad was staying a little too far back. If anyone,
Yeah.
it probably would have been like Loki.
Which meant he might have had power for.
Exactly. So it might have actually
It might
been
have been
better for you.
detrimental. Who knows?
Um,
Like it's hard to say.
The other thing was getting the pistol shots off while Red Skull was still on the board would have been building up power to maybe get a second rocket out this game.
Yeah.
Because if I had power for a rocket near the end, because I also had to burn a power going and picking up that book.
Yeah.
So if I'd been able to get it up to another rocket this game, that could have been a big deal. And that's one of the reasons why I actually really like Bob in Red Skull Cabal is just because he has a chance to do that twice. But overall, I don't think it was the best play in the world, and like he wasn't going to do much outside of that. So
I will
yeah.
say it did seem awkward. You couldn't have someone on the back point. Like Bob had to kind of sit there.
Yeah, and
he
Bob was
couldn't-
definitely always kind of intended to be the back point model. I just didn't like the other option. I guess would have been Red Skull for the back point model because he does that pretty well as well. Since he kind of builds his own power, he doesn't actually need to do his own strike.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
But I didn't hate having him. I mean, you pulled him in a lot further than I wanted him pulled in.
He did get
But-
pulled by Loki a little bit.
I didn't hate having him on the front lines, being able to kind of wake him up and just be like, all right, victory assured. Here's a big beam. Had I known Bucky was going to take him down anyways, I might have went a little harder into the beam because how low did I have Goblin at the end after my Mega Red Strike?
Really good question. I think he was at 3 left.
Okay, so
3 or 2.
Yeah,
Don't quote me on that, but yeah.
I don't
3 or
remember
2.
how much I did. I know he was on 1 before, or like 1 taken before that.
Yeah.
Because you'd healed him up a bunch
I
that
think
game.
you did 4 actually, so that would have been 2 health left.
2 health left. So yeah, it would have been nice to have done
Yeah.
like an extra couple points there.
I actually not killing him was kind of important because then your got your back would have killed me, and I chose to do him before Loki. But I think in that world, if I'm throwing more dice where I actually think there's a good chance of killing Goblin, I do Loki first, just to make sure because that was the big one.
Yep.
But yeah, anyways, for real this time, I think I've said my piece on this game. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this battle report. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below. Comment anything you noticed, any rules we were missing. It seems like we might have caught a few ourselves already. But yeah, if there's anything you want to see upcoming next, I've been thinking about possibly trying to get Hydra out on the channel for some time, so they might be coming up soon. Also thinking of maybe we've been talking about doing maybe a Hulkbuster versus Magneto to see if that leadership can actually be usable somewhere. So all things that we're hoping to get out in the relatively near future. But if there is anything you guys want to see, especially if you've already seen the models on the channel before, like you want to see a combination of things, I don't know, shoving Corvus in somewhere else or the X model in Y place for whatever reason, let us know. We'll try to make it happen. But otherwise, I think that's going to do it for here. So have a great day, everyone. Peace.